Hello everybody, Dark Ron here, the Relaxed Gamer. How are you doing? Another year is at a close for me, or just about at a close for me. I got another 2 hours. You know what? I will drink my apple today. I'm just checking something, guys, right now. Okay, let's start this. This year, guys, I think one of my New Year's resolutions, uh, besides losing weight, will be to get out more, to try and be more social. Because anyone who knows me knows that I'm probably not very social. I don't think so. Actually, I like that. Hello, Flying Geek. How are you doing? Thank you very much for joining. Well, the question of how to put the Mad King's treasure to good use shows no sign of answering itself. Shall we be about it, Arenvald? I am at your beck and call. And I should be getting back to my own task. I'll organize a squad to head down into the ruins and then start preparing for the big meeting. Oh, send Nanamo my regards, Sir Linde. Hey guys, I'm going to quickly do something on a different game or program. Sorry guys, I'm quickly doing some. Okay, guys. I am back. Alchemist Guild, that's what I am. Hey, behind the desk, how you doing? So, right now I'm drinking an apple strong zero. You are expected, my lady. Please proceed. And I'm eating jelly beans.
I thank you for answering my summons in these most interesting times. You have been busy. The liberation of Alamigo will have far-reaching consequences, and there is a matter upon which I would seek your counsel. I speak of Rauban and his future. All know the tale of his rise from penniless refugee to member of the Syndicate and General of the Immortal Flames. Yet though he has come to call Uldar home, it will never be his homeland. He is a son of Alamigo. And now that she is free, I thought it only a matter of time before he sought my leave to return to her. Indeed, I had resigned myself to his loss.
1.5 hours.
Suffice it to say, I was greatly surprised to hear him speak so lightly of handing over the reins in Alamigo and retaking his place at my side. I will welcome him with open arms, of course. He is my most trusted advisor and my dearest friend. But I have known the man a long time, and beneath that steely gaze, I spied a flicker of doubt.
Maybe, I don't know.
Whether Raubon chooses to remain in Uldar or return to Alamigo, I only wish that he do so with a heart unburdened by guilt or regret. Yet, how can he freely make such a choice, knowing how much I depend on him? It is past time that I learned to discharge my duties as a sultana alone. I must go forth and see my realm with my own eyes, and hear the wind with my own ears. Might I have your company for a brief adventure? Wonderful. Allow me a moment to change into something a touch less conspicuous, and I will join you outside.
In all honesty, I know I've been away from Final Fantasy so long, but it really does feel good to be back in it.
The host is strong with this one.
Hey Carbine, thanks for the host. Nice. How do I know? How do I know? Because it's usually you who only hosts me. Plus, I see out of... Even though I'm looking at the screen, I can see out of the corner of my eye. Perchance you remember Lyra, the merchant's daughter. This is the persona I assume when I venture beyond the palace walls to observe my subjects unnoticed. Who are you talking to, Carbine? I wish, in all honesty, I wish I had Overwatch too. I would love to play some Overwatch. Ah, behind the desk. That is so true. Ain't that true, Carbine? Ain't that the truth? And the thing is, for playing games as adults, there's another thing that happens to us. We're labeled antisocial. Well, in China, actually, you want to know what's funny? Speaking about that BS article, in China, they actually do consider it an addiction, and they actually have rehab hospitals for it. No internet, no cell phones, no nothing. Actually, I think that's where I saw it. Yep, yeah, that is true.
Your Grace, you mustn't! The danger is too great! Please, Your Grace, come back! I beg of you!
It seems you're the one who needs looking after, Master Shum. Raban!
Your Grace! I have kept the promise made.
So you have, and in turn, so too shall I keep mine. With your winnings, you have become one of the 6 most wealthy souls in all Uldar. And so, as tradition dictates, Rauben Aldin, you have earned yourself a seat on the Syndicate. May your new station garner you
I
still
forgot to
greater
update my
glories.
game.
I am honored, Your Grace, and vow to serve with every fiber of my being from this day till my last. Long live the Sultana, and long live Uldar!
Ah, Godbird Hildebrand. We have to meet that crazy Koopa again. Well, at least it's not his son. That whole family has something wrong in the head. In all honesty. Hey guys, I will be right back. Okay guys, I am back.
The host is strong with this one.
Hey Tad, thank you again for the host. Just checking free company. Oh. I haven't done this in such a long time. Ooh, bad choice. Ooh, another bad choice. Hello, Sleepy Cat. How are you doing? Thank you very much for joining. Not bad. Okay. Let's continue the quest line. Final Fantasy 14. That's such a great game. Oh, you're upstairs, aren't you? Let's take the easy way. There we go. Oh wait, it's Mandeville, not Hildebrand. Hildebrand was the first name. Might best aid the refugee residing in Thanalan. You are aware, I'm sure, that many of the Almigos' displaced sons and daughters long to return to the newly liberated homeland. And you are also aware how they will suffer without shelter and work to sustain them. I would use our nation's wealth to spare them that suffering. What advice do you have for me on a matter how it might best be distributed? The unusual circumstances of our meeting and your Grace's choice of companion would suggest to me a desire for an honest and unvarnished opinion. I shall give you one. My advice to you is stop. Taxing Alda's wealth to save Almigan's refugee is terrible, terrible idea. You oppose my proposition? Empathetically, I agree with your Grace that the refugees must have housing and employment, but what profit is there for Alda in this arrangement? Profit after you have done for Gir Abanya's displaced? I thought you the very last person to seek benefit from their misfortune. Forgive me, Your Grace, but you appear to labor. You, but you appear to laboring. Blah, blah, blah. It is fine endeavor to support one's fellow man. I fear, however, that your stance is one born of pity. Your intent is to save the refugees, is it not? For our For all our potential, we are indolent creatures by nature. If unconditional charity is all we know, then we begin to rely upon it, to expect it. And then we must consider Alda's own poor and downtrodden. Should they hear of you spending the nation's coin not to improve their lot, but the nature of distant citizens of Almigo, it is unlikely they will applaud your generosity. Surely it is not your Grace's intention to foster new resentment, but to spread goodwill. Indeed, then any support I pledge to the refugees must promote self-sufficiency while also serving the interest of the people of Alda. Exactly so. Such an arrangement will create a far more equitable relationship with the return of Almegans, even as it generates every collection with the approval of your subjects. 1 hour left, guys. You have given me much to ponder, Master Mandeville. I thank you for your candor. Certainly, to what do I owe the pleasure, or are you here on business? I beg your pardon, Her Grace the Sultana would have my opinion on how to best invest the wealth of Alda? My dear Sir Linde, I have you to thank for this recognition, I am sure, and I am flattered that you came to me, truly flattered. But why settle for the lowly apprentice when you could have the master upon the matter of profits? There is no living soul better qualified to advise Her Grace than Chairman Lolorito, a man whose morning exertions are said to fill his wardrobe with gold. I should be happy to arrange a meeting for you, say at the Scion's former headquarters in Tamerlan. The Waking Sands would seem suitably neutral venue for negotiation, don't you think? Farewell, Sir Linde, and may your dealings prove fruitful. Welcome back, Sir Linde. Did your merchant friend have any useful advice to share? With Lolorito, and you agreed to this? I am well aware of his standing in the field of business, but I had hoped to keep the monetarists at arm's length, and him in particular. Hey, I cannot live in fear of the man. I must learn how to treat with him if I am to rule Alda effectively. Very well, I will meet with Lolorito. Let us go ahead to the Waking Sands and prepare for his coming. Hey, behind the desk. So this is where the Scions first congregated. I've heard many of tales, but never had occasions to visit. To work then. The hour of meeting draws near, and I would gather my thoughts. Pray see to it that we have the appointed room to ourselves. Ah, I'm sorry. There we go.
A personal summons from the Scions. This must be important business indeed. Though, if it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help. You have made your point. 'Tis indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask. There, would this better please your grace? Or should I address you as Lady Lilira?
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I'm glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito, but shall we proceed to the business at hand?
Okay.
By all means. I must say, I'm most eager to hear your proposal.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in Thanalan in their efforts to return to Alamigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Teleji Adeleji's estate. But this plan is not intended to benefit the displaced alone. I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Uldar and Alamigo both. And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan? I beseech you then, Lord Lolorito, share with us your mercantile wisdom.
Ah, 'twould seem your grace has matured beyond acts of earnest yet misplaced charity. Pray tell me more. To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the establishment of new industry in Alamigo, you ask that a proportion of all subsequent profits be promised to Uldar. Huh, I am impressed, Your Grace. 'Tis an elegant solution, albeit one lacking certain crucial details, specifically which industry and where.
How swiftly you identified the weakness in my plan, just as I knew you would. Your travels have taken you across the length and breadth of Gir Abania, and you know the land far better than I. Which of the settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees? Which has the greatest potential to flourish, given the appropriate investment?
Yes, that desolate little village on the shore of Loch Seld. I know the Saltry and its products well. The Imperial invasion brought an end to their more widespread distribution, much to the dismay of many a wealthy gourmand, myself included. Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient. And in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of gil.
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course, but I trust the East Aldenar Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Naturally, Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well-versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ons of profit from its production. The Loch's bounty will contribute to Alamigo's enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders, just as Your Grace desired.
A deal is struck then.
Hey, Tad. I fear it would be many years before I feel comfortable taking part in such negotiations. But I shall not complain. We have piqued Lord Lorito's interest and secured his invaluable expertise. Thank you, Sir Linde. I could not have done it without you. Of course, our course is decided. I shall return to the palace and have my ministers begin work on implementing the particulars of the plan. If I could prevail upon you one more time, Sarah Linde, I would ask that you convey the details of our negotiation to Commander Hext on your return to Alamingo. My thanks again. Together we have laid the groundwork for an endeavor which promises to benefit the people of Alamingo and Alder both. Well, guys, 43 minutes for me, and it's the new year. We need to discuss this proposal with the sultry resident. Whisker, how are you fancying explaining the Sultana's plan to your grandfather? I'd like to hear what Watt thinks of the idea before anything. Sorry guys, just doing a little eye drops. I want to rebuild the Saltery, Granddad. Sarah Linde, tell him about the deal. Well, bugging me, we've never had the coin or the hand to put the place back to how it was, but it sounds like that's about to change. There is just one small wrinkle in your plan. It doesn't account for all the nasties queuing up to eat anyone who goes near the shore. The king used to send soldiers to call the buggers, but now
The host is strong with this one.
thank you for the host again, Tad. But the Imperials weren't about to help the likes of us. Don't worry, Granddad, we'll take care of that. Commander Hext has been talking about starting up regular patrols, and I'm sure she'd assign me to the lock if I asked. I'd appreciate that, Whiskar, my lad, truly I would. So does that mean you've gotten better with that blade of yours? I've been training, aye, but mostly to kill Imperials. You've some experience hunting monsters, don't you, Sarah Linde? Think you could cast an eye over a few of the local beasts and teach me how to deal with them? Nice. Again, thank you very much, Tad. Let's not waste any time then. I'll see you by the lock. Whilst you are busy attending the lock to the local fauna, I shall have Master Watt explain to me exactly what it is required to restore the Saltery to its former glory. Good hunting. Right then, Sarah Linde, I got a spyglass here. You can take a closer look at these pests. Once you've got their measure, you can tell me what to do, and we'll see how well I get on. Under the side of the head looks soft and vulnerable. Ah, it looks like you found a yabbit. They say hitting their shell is like smacking a rock. Any suggestion? Vulnerable under the head, they are. Right. Wish me luck. think it can handle the Abbeys now. So we should try something different. What else out there? Yeah, Chocobo theme is awesome. Have you I'm not talking about the Final Fantasy based off of uh Final Fantasy, I think it was Final Fantasy 6, but it was its own sort of separate Final Fantasy anime. Basically what happened, you had this gunman who actually used a gun to summon creatures like Bahamut and whatnot. It's a really cool one. Yeah. It's called Final Fantasy Unlimited. That's what it's called. It's very cool, but it gets a little messed up near the end. No. This isn't anime Final Fantasy you play. It's an anime. Final Fantasy Unlimited. It's an anime. You should take a watch. You know what? I know exactly what you mean, Tad. I know exactly what you mean. Well, obviously, I barely watch Japanese TV, but I barely even watch shows online.
Apologies for the wait. People are screaming for the butcher's blood again. No sooner have we broken up one mob than another forms. Thankfully, all have been amenable to reason, thus far. But it is no concern of yours. We must speak of the men Arenvald and his comrades apprehended in the peaks.
By their uniforms, the captives were first judged to be Imperial troops. But after further investigation, their true identities came to light. I dare say you remember Yuyuhasi and Laurentius, the fugitives who conspired with Captain Ilberd in the Crystal Brave's betrayal. Aye, well, it would seem they followed him all the way to the wall. It was they who orchestrated the slaughter of the Resistance fighters prior to the Griffin's infernal ritual.
Were it in your hands, how would you punish these men? You would spare these animals? Yours is a more merciful brand of justice than mine. In any event, I thank you for your honesty. When the time comes for the Alliance to pass judgment, I'll see that your opinion is heard. Well, that concludes our business here. But there is more I would say. Walk with me. I bear a share of the blame for Ilberd's atrocities. Had I openly supported the cause of Alamegan liberation, he might not have felt driven to do what he did. Things could have been different, and I'm sorry they aren't. But even after all that has happened, my homeland is free. With the Scions and the Alliance at their side, my countrymen have reclaimed what many thought lost forever. Under her new leadership, I have every confidence that Alamigo will emerge from the shadow of the Empire and rise once more to greatness. Which means my work here is done. Soon I will return to Uldar and take my place at the Sultana's side.
And this
Father.
is strong Umeboshi.
I'll not deny there's a
Or
part of me that
Ume.
wants
Not
to stay.
Umeboshi, but Ume.
The same part that contemplated renouncing my rank and joining you as a wandering sellsword. But I pledged my blade to Nanamo, and I will not betray that oath.
Is this truly what you want, Father?
It is. Ever has my sword been hers to command, and ever shall it remain. Thank you for lending an ear. When all the rest are clamoring for me to stay, I trust you'll send me on my way.
Almost New Year. Hey guys, I am going to actually call it a night now. I'm going to thank you very much for watching. My name is Dark Sage Ron, the Relaxed Gamer. And like always, save now, save often. And I hope you enjoy the new year. See you.